are the supplies that you will need for Case 7. You will need the Case 7 Shadow and Light Finale instruction sheet. You will also need your Case 7 envelope. There are 2 of them. One says do not open until you are ready. Set that one to the side. And then you will also find in your Case 7 envelope the certificate of detectiveness because you have completed all 7 cases. The first thing we need to do to get started is collect our nature items. And so me and Shiloh decided to go outside in our backyard. She was very excited to get started, and we just started looking around for things that we thought were cool, like this ivy. I liked the way the leaf looked, so I picked that. And this is Shiloh's favorite corner in the yard, and so we took a little leaf from here, and they were actually very cool leaves with little ridges. I don't know if you can see that. And then Shiloh found this buttercup that she really liked, so we also picked that and put on our paper. And then look at how cool these ferns look. So I just picked the little top of one there, and then we also found a daisy, so I picked that. And then Shiloh thought that this bush looked extremely interesting, and so we picked a little cluster of leaves from that. It was a little hard to pick off, but I got it right there. And then the last thing that we picked was this leaf because I thought it looked pretty cool. And now let's get to the next step. Remember to ask an adult before picking anything outside because some of your parents or adults that you're staying with have very nice gardens, so make sure you ask. For step 2, what you're going to want to do is grab all of the little things that you collected outside. And here I decided to lay out all the leaves that I collected and the flowers just to get one last look at them and decide if I needed any more. And then you're going to want to grab your Case 7 envelope with the very special paper inside and set it to the side. I grabbed a cardboard box that had been taken apart, but you could grab 2 pieces of cardboard, and I decided to trace onto my cardboard the size of a regular sheet of paper because I hypothesized that the light sensitive paper was going to be the same size as a regular sheet of paper, and I traced around that. And I did this so that I could lay out my leaves exactly how I wanted to and make it quick when I take out my light sensitive paper, that I wouldn't be trying to figure out how I wanted them. I wanted to figure it out before I did that. And you can see there I just took the stem off of the flower so that it would lay flat, but I left the stem on the buttercup so that it would have a different look to it. And once you have everything arranged the way that you want, you can grab your Case 7 envelope with the piece of paper that is light sensitive, and you're going to have to be fast. So I pulled it out, and the blue side needs to face the sun, and so I placed it towards all of my arranged leaves. And then if you have 2 pieces of cardboard, what you're going to want to do is sandwich your piece of paper and flip it over so everything stays exactly how you had it. Mine moved a little bit, and so I had to move them around. Plus, my hypothesis wasn't correct. The paper was a little bit smaller than a regular sheet. And then you take it outside and let it sit in the sun for 5 minutes. Make sure you set a timer because I was way too excited and I would have gone out there way too soon. And wait for 5 minutes. So once your timer goes off, you are ready. You want to carefully slide your leaves off. You're going to want to be quick because the sun will start to ruin what you already placed on there. And run and rinse it underwater for 1 minute. I know it sounds crazy, you're rinsing paper, but do not worry. And rinse it for 1 minute. Set a timer again so that you know that it has been 1 minute, and let it dry in a flat place. Here is what my paper looked like after it had dried. As you can see, I didn't use enough leaves and stuff, so if I did this again, I would probably use more of that, but it still looks so cool. I decided to make one more with the leaves a little closer together and more leaves, and here it is. It turned out way better, so I recommend that if you're doing this, use more leaves than you think or nature items, and remember to have fun. You will also find a certificate of detectiveness in your Case 7 envelope signed by Master of Mysteries and Shiloh. Me and Shiloh decided to give ours to her sister Marley, who you saw in one of the videos. So you are now a detective. Make sure to write your name on the certificate. We also have an optional activity for you today. If you would like to make your own detective hat, we have a template that is on our blog, so make sure to check that out. The first thing you're going to need to do is color the template. There we go. And then you'll want to cut it out along the solid lines, not the dotted ones. And then once you have that all cut out, what you're going to want to do is figure out how big your head is, how many of these strips you would want. So what I did is I taped 2 together and then measured how much of the third one I would need. And then you just want to tape it into a paper headband just like that. Perfect, there you go. And then with your hat part, you need to snip just a little bit in. There's a solid line that doesn't go all the way through, so just cut a little bit so it can fold and fold along the dotted line, just like that. And then tape that to your headband or glue it, whatever you want. I decided to use tape just to make it easier and so I could wear my detective hat right away. And you'll want to do the same thing with the other one to tape it to the other side. And then once you have everything taped, there's your hat. Well done, you've finished it and you can wear it around. We also have patches that you can put on your hat. There are some that I made and then you can make your own if you would like. They all have names. I decided to color them all, and after I was finished coloring, I cut them out. So let's see what they look like. Here are all the patches colored. Wow, they look so cool, and I just used a glue stick to glue them on mine and Shiloh's hat. Here is Shiloh with her hat. Of course, she has Shiloh Sleuth-a-Lot on front of hers. You will have to send me pictures of how you decorated your hats. Last week for BC Summer Reading Club, they made mummified apples and writing your name in hieroglyphics. And this week we are making monsters out of cardboard, which is really cool. This is the one I made. I colored it purple, my favorite color. And look at how long that tongue is. Crazy. And they are also making monster puppets. So make sure you go to their website and check out how to make these. This is the week to dig up your underpants from wherever you have buried them. So if you've buried them in your backyard, go dig them up. And if you've buried them in a community garden, please get in contact with them and then go get your underpants.
Hello, detectives! Thank you so much for joining us for case number 7. I hope you were able to make a detective hat of your own and that you had fun printing nature items onto paper. I know me and Shiloh loved it. We had so much fun, and unfortunately we won't be seeing you next week because this is our last case. Our summer reading club is over. So I hope that for the rest of the summer you keep reading and that you keep having fun and keep detecting things and taking notes in your top secret notebook. And this Friday, August 13th, I will be at Present Your Case, and I will show you a video of me and Shiloh digging up our underwear. So if you want to see what happens, please come to Present Your Case on August 13th at 10 in the morning. I'll be sending out a link to everyone who is registered in Summer Reading Club, and we will catch you next year. See you later, detectives.